Hey everybody, how's it going? So today we're going to be fixing a MacBook. Before we get started fixing a MacBook, I've got a bit of a public service announcement. One of them is for my employees and the other is for my viewers. The first things first, whoever keeps sending this to my store, I'm going to track you down and I'm going to find you. And when I find you, I am going to lock you in your home, just like he would. We're going to have more cameras. We're going to have cameras in the bathroom because someone keeps putting this in the bathroom of the store. I relocate it to the urinal each time that this happens for obvious reasons. It also keeps getting relocated to my office right above my machine. I will be watching you every second of the day, and you will be terminated. You will have as much right to make a salary as this man wants you to have the right to make a salary in New York City if you keep putting this in the store. Enough is enough with the Cuomo memes. I do not want a Cuomo meme every single day. Enough is enough. I will find you, I will lock you in your home, and I will take away your salary. But I'll demand that you still have to pay your rent and everything else anyway. Okay, so let's get started. So many of you may have noticed that I have not fixed a lot of MacBooks recently. That's because I kind of want a break from it. So I'm going to open this one up. If you look in around 2016, I spent most of my time fixing a MacBook. 2015, spent Christmas fixing a MacBook. 2014, spent Christmas doing BGA rework videos and how to use a Zalmau. 2018, CBC News piece came out. So even though I had at some point a 101 to 102 fever, I was live streaming fixing a MacBook until 1 or 2 or 3 in the morning. December of 2019, fixing MacBooks until 1 in the morning. In addition to dealing with the move, getting ripped off by Eugene, which probably took 2 or 4 years off of my life in terms of heightened blood pressure, and getting ripped off the whole 9 yards, only then having to travel around the country for the right to repair crap, and then come back and deal with more board repair. So 2020 is going to be the year of what I call work-life balance. And what that means is I'm fixing less MacBooks. No, I will not be here at Christmas or Christmas Eve at 1 in the morning fixing yet another dead MacBook. And I'm kind of liking it. You know, I've taken some time off to read some news, to read some books, to do some exercise, play some Dota. You may have noticed me live streaming more Dota on here. People keep going, where are the board repair videos? Lewis, I come here for board repair videos. No, you don't. Every time I upload them, they get like 8,000 views. And this machine looks like it's taking 620 milliamps, which means it's most likely already turning on, which means I grabbed one that I shouldn't have. So it says will not turn on, but clearly it already does turn on. It actually completely turns on, so this one is unfortunately seemingly a waste of time. This is going to be a waste of time. There's not going to be anything for me to do in this ticket. Oh, you're a FlexGate. Oh, I can't help you. Yeah, you're fucked, my friend. Yeah, this actually does turn on, but this is a FlexGate. So I will have to find another one because this is just a standard ticket that I'm going to have to give a shitty answer to. Yeah. Would you like a new expensive screen assembly courtesy of Tim Cook? See, it works like this, but it doesn't work when you open it all the way. Meh. So watch. It's working, and it's not working. Welcome to the world of Apple. Let's see, is this a 2016 or a 2017? This guy's got a 2017. Oh, man, that sucks. You know why that sucks for him? Check this out. So the FlexGate issue is an issue for the 2016 and 2017 MacBooks. There's no difference there. However, if you are unlucky enough to be one of Apple's customers, they are only going to cover you if it's a 2016 machine, just because it's like it's a meme. It's a sad but hysterical, but sad but very funny meme. And let me let you in on the meme over here. Are you ready? Ready? I'm going to let you in on the meme. You'll get to enjoy the meme as much as I get to enjoy the meme. Apple has determined that a very small percentage of 13-inch MacBook Pro displays may exhibit one of the more following behaviors. Blah, blah, blah about display backlight. Display backlight stops working completely. They were sold until February of 2018. They're even admitting over here that they were selling this until 2018, but they only covered the 2016 model. We sold a fucked up product until 2018, but we're only fixing it if you have the 2016 version. So the only real solution that I have for this is to replace the entire display assembly, which is massively expensive. Or they can go to Apple, where the Apple genius say, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I know we sold you something defective, but yeah, it seems like you lost in the year raffle, so you're gonna have to pay us $600." Yeah, that's such a fucked up company. Such a fucked up company. And it's like a double whammy because the person putting that display assembly together is probably getting paid $6 a month too. $674. Let me just make sure I have it. I have it even there. All right, so we're going to grab a new one to work on because that one's going to be kind of boring. All right, everybody, so let's get started fixing this MacBook. So this is an A1707 that they say does not power on. All right, so it looks like we have 5 volts, but 0.000 amps taken. And 0.000 is a number that I'm not used to seeing because that's pretty damn dead. So let's get the board out of the case and see what we can do from there. That's the thing, NKCSS. I don't feel comfortable staying in the stock market right now because it's an inflated pile of shit. So if this was normal circumstances, by all means, find an ETF in something that you believe in and buy in and then hope it just keeps going up from there. But I don't feel comfortable buying into anything right now and just staying in it because I don't have a positive outlook on the future of business, the future of the currency as a whole, or the country, or the stock market, or anything, honestly. It all seems to be an artificially stimulated pile of shit. And like back in 1985 or something, maybe I would have felt good buying into an ETF or something, but 2020, it's just, eh. I bought a little ICLN, and then I sold it. Because like every time I look at ICLN, on one hand, well, renewable energy is the future, but on the other hand, it was $10 just earlier this year, and now it's at like 23. So every time it goes down, I'm thinking to myself, now is the moment that all these overvalued stocks in this damn ETF are about to hit rock bottom. It's going to go to 10. I'm going to lose 60% of my savings. And then it winds up going up, and I feel like a fucking idiot. Like, it happens every single time. And don't get me started on the Wall Street bets, people. Holy shit. Any time that they say buy this tomorrow, fucking short it. They get it wrong every single time. I don't understand what type of mental deficiency or disorder leads people to brag about turning $200,000 or $500,000 into $1,000. Like the whole concept of loss porn is just a foreign concept to me entirely, and I want it to be a foreign concept to me entirely. I never want to be at a point in my life where I'm thinking, I can't wait to post my loss porn. Like how those Wall Street bets people are out of their goddamn mind. But yeah, I check it every now and then. Like what I like to do is I have a pretend investment account where I pretend that I make investments based on Wall Street Bets advice on Reddit. And that account loses so much money. I mean, luckily it's a fake account. It's a spoof account. It's there for bullshit, for lulz. I don't actually invest based on any money based on Wall Street Bets horseshit. Let's just take a look over the board. So usually what I like to do is use my eyes before I use my brain. Because my eyes will usually tell me something, and sometimes it keeps me from having to use my brain. I hate having to use my brain. It takes up way too much energy. It's a total waste of energy. So first thing we're going to do over here is see if pp3v3_g3hot is there. Remember, pp3v3_g3hot is the power rail that is going to power the CD3215 chips, and the CD3215 chips do need to be powered in order for the charger to give us 20 volts. This is the chip that's going to communicate with the charger and tell it, I am not a GoPro or a cell phone, I am a MacBook, I need 20 volts. Remember, these chargers, USB-C, they're not just for one item. It can be used for multiple items, and they can put out multiple voltages. The USB-C can put out 5 volts, it can put out 9 volts, it can put out 20 volts. It can put out all different types of voltages for all different types of items. But that means there has to be communication for it to happen. And those chips are powered by pp3v3_g3hot, and pp3v3_g3hot can be found on the board on this particular resistor. And we're just going to measure it over here and see if it's present. And it's not. It's 0 volts. Now, the first thing I'm going to do there is see if the input is present. Okay, the input is present, so let's just take a look at what do I mean when I say the input is present. That's an excellent question. That's an excellent question. If you take a look at the schematic, you'll see that this chip is going to create PP3V3 underscore G3 hot. In order to do that, it needs its input. Now, it can be powered off of either the battery, PP bus G3 hot, or the charger, PPDCN G3 hot. So I checked over here at this diode. This diode is here to prevent the 18 volts from the charger to going backwards into the battery and blowing up the battery. You don't want to pull a unit pack power. By the way, speaking of unit pack power, I actually had some happy news earlier today regarding unit pack power. So check this out, everybody. Regarding unit pack, this is a good one. It's going to cover up something that I don't need cover to be showing. So this over here is a successful chargeback from Chase. I got my money back from Unit Pack Power. Now, obviously, this doesn't cover any of the damages or the bike going on fire, but even just getting a refund out of these people was something I was not able to do. But they did, they credited my account for all the batteries that I purchased from Unit Pack Power, so I got all of my money back for their garbage that went on fire. I just got this in the mail today, and it made me quite happy. But anyway, so, well, you know, again, the bike, all the stuff I had on the bike, the stuff that I had in my backpack at the time, all of that is ruined. But, you know, hey, at least I got back something. You know, it's better than nothing. With any luck, hopefully people learn from my experience and don't buy Unit Pack Power shit. Been riding my bike with my EM3V batteries, and it's been working very well. They've also been, I really don't appreciate this, they've been spreading this lie on Facebook that I was using a 30 or 40 amp regulator, even though in the video that I did, in the video that I published, I specifically stated that I was using a 100 amp bridge rectifier, and my setup never went above 46 amps of output. Peak, not even continuous, peak. Yet they continue to lie and say that I use a 30 amp bridge rectifier. And if anybody is considering buying from Unit Pack Power, just be clear that even though I told them in my emails, in my videos, in my pictures I used a 100 amp bridge rectifier, they decided to tell everybody that I used a 30 amp. They lied about something that is really incredibly easy to actually look up. It takes no effort to find that out. They lied about that in the hopes that people would not notice something about their battery. See, if they were telling the truth that I screwed something up, they wouldn't lie about something that takes about 5 seconds to disprove that's in my own video. They would have made up something better. And it really showcases just how horrible of a company they are. Anyway, back to this board. So where were we before I went off on Unit Pack Power? So check this out. So we have the 5 volts over here, which means that this chip is getting its input. So remember, when there's a power rail missing, there's usually 3 questions that you ask. Is the power going to the chip that creates it? Is the chip being told to turn on? Is the rail being shorted to ground? So it's kind of like if you have a problem with a set of lights. First question, did you flip the light switch? Because if you don't turn the light switch on, it won't work. Second question would be, do you have power going to the actual light fixture? And C, is your light fixture working or is your light fixture shorted? So in this case, we do have power going to the light fixture. Second question would be, did you flip the switch? Now over here, there is an enable pin. And this enable pin over here needs to have voltage going to it or else this chip won't turn on. The enable pin is often like the light switch. So that is going to be on pin 10. Now when we click R6921, which is where this is going to be, that is right over here, and it's on pin 2 that the signal will be. So let's turn on the microscope. I probably could probe that without the microscope, but it's kind of uncomfortable to do so, and also you guys wouldn't get to see, and that kind of takes away the fun now, doesn't it? So I'm going to get my microscope camera into view so that you can see what's going on down there. And let's just get rid of that horrible, horrible blue-white balance that burns my eyeballs so badly. And we're going to see what we have on that pin and what's present. 5 volts. So it's being told to turn on. That chip is being told turn on, and it's not sending out 3.3 volts. So the next question is going to be, is it shorted to ground? Is it shorted to ground? And I have a feeling that that's probably going to be our problem. So see, we have 0 here. 0. Now I'm going to check the resistance on the output. That resistor over there is the output. So I put my multimeter into resistance mode and I measure, and as you can see we have a 0 ohm short. 0 ohm short. So something is sending all of that to ground. So we're going to take a look around this board and see if we can spot any component that looks like it is sending all of PP3V3 underscore G3 hot to ground. You know, you tell me if you see anything. Now usually it's going to be corrosion on the side of the board by the CD3215. Usually it'll be corrosion on a cap near a CD3215. But here that doesn't appear to be the case. Yeah, here the board is actually pretty pristine. It just got some dust on it, but there's always going to be some dust in a MacBook. Last time my enable pin got turned on, someone got pregnant, says JP. Okay. So nothing really looks obvious here. So what I want to do now is take a look at every component on the board that has pp3v3_g3 hot on it. And as you can see, when I look at every single pin that has pp3v3_g3 hot on it, I don't actually get, I get a bunch. So it could be a CD3215, it could be a sleep sensor, it could be any one of all of these caps over here. You're looking for something that goes between it and ground. It could be this chip, it could be any of the CD3215s and sleep sensors. So there's a lot of potential components that could be causing this. And if nothing looks obviously burned, it's going to be fairly difficult to figure out which it is. Unless we were to inject a little bit of voltage in, which may be what I'm about to do. So I think it's about time to inject 3.3 volts in here and see what blows up. That's going to be my game. Does anybody want to play that game with me? This is called See What Explodes in the MacBook. And the way we play See What Explodes in the MacBook is we hook up the power supply. I'm going to solder this right here. All right, 1, 2. There we go. All right. All right, so it lowered itself to 1 volt. Now, it's taking 5 amps. So whatever is getting warm is using about 5.5 to 6 watts. So whatever it is that's shorted is going to immediately make me go, ow. Ow. But what was it, though? Something just made me go, ow. All right. You can tell because there's ow and then there's oh. So once you go, oh, like, once your voice changes in that way, that's how you know that you're really close to the short, for those of you who can't afford a thermal camera. All right, so it's going to be somewhere over here. So let's get some alcohol on the board. I think it's that middle cap. It's one of those. Let's turn the power supply off for a moment. Actually, I can't because serial is on there. Just going to unplug this. All right. All right, we're going to plug it in just a moment. You all ready? One, two. Yeah, it's that middle one. Now let's see what that middle cap is. Yeah, that middle cap sent me into, ow. That middle cap hurt. That freaking hurt. Oh, crap. I got alcohol on my trackball. One moment. Gotta dry off my trackball. Never get alcohol on a trackball. For some reason, it messes things up horribly. Okay, so if you look, it was this top cap. And that cap is, damn, I'm fighting now because I got alcohol on my trackball. Yeah, that's one of the caps on output, C6913. So I am going to remove that capacitor and then see if we have a working board. And if we do have a working board, then I will treat myself. Ah, you couldn't see. . Poor Paul S, someone says. Poor Paul S is actually... No, Paul doesn't get MacBooks anymore. Paul is now an apprentice. He is an apprentice of hard drive data recovery. Yeah, just for the hell of it, just out of sheer curiosity, I think I put up a job ad for like $250,000 a year for hard drive data recovery, which is clearly a meme. I can't afford that. I don't even pay myself that much. But I put up an ad for $250,000. I got 0 qualified responses. So that is really going to have to be a thing where Steve teaches people in-house, and Steve and Orhan and so on teach people in-house how to do it, and they learn the way he did. Because there is, yeah, the talent out there is limited. I was kind of hoping just to prove Steve wrong, because he said you'll never find someone from a job ad that knows how to do this. Because I'm trying to kill the... We had hard drive data recovery pricing that was a little on the low side in contrast to others in the industry. And I realized very quickly that would result... that it kind of resulted in us getting flooded with drives, but without the ability to get unflooded, because you need to be able to go through them. Well, we'll get through them, I'm sure. But yeah, Steve's new... I mean, not Steve, but Paul's new hell is hard drives. A lot of money, yes, Fract. A lot of money. Okay. So... okay. Now, I'm pretty sure this is going to work just fine. But I'm gonna do a classic special that I usually do, which is I'm not going to check if the short is gone before I replace the component or go to turn the machine on. That's a classic Lewis right there. Not checking to see if your short is actually gone. Oh, you!
Yeah, me.
Trader! You're back, Trader.
Can you tell me where my husband is?
I don't know. I thought you'd know. He has like 120 drives to go through. I was just going through that on stream. You want some sushi? So listen.
That's all the
Veneer, here's the thing.
What?
I need you to go over some drives. I'm sure you've picked up how to do some of this stuff.
At all today?
No.
Oh, I see his credit card.
Wait a second. Hey, that's mine. Get the fuck out of here. Wait a second. You don't know where he is?
I have no idea.
I thought you would know.
You're kidding me, right?
Shit, he must be having an affair. Go, Steve.
Oh, somebody's getting his ass kicked tonight.
Russian wife didn't say where he's
I
going.
told him I'm gonna come in today. He should be smarter than that, no?
Yeah, listen, you can't kill him. He's got to finish work first. That's him. He has to recover these, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this.
I'm at work.
Don't believe it. Don't believe it. When she says work, she means the hospital. She quit here 2 years ago.
Oh, so you're gonna come in?
left us. Just left.
Oh, okay. Because the guys told me you're not him. Like, what do you mean he's not here? Okay, then I'm waiting for you. Everybody, yeah, Luis is here. Okay.
How's it going? How's the hospital? How's everything? How's school?
Good, same shit, different day.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm going to end the stream. I just have to finish this, and then we can have some fun. We can talk. We can recover some drives. It's the same shit as doing what you do at the hospital, right?
What?
You have to, like...
I
It's kind of similar, right? Yeah, you do extraction, like data extraction.
Oh, no, that's different.
You do blood extraction.
Yeah.
It's practically the same shit. Like, some drives are different firmware. Some people have different types of blood. You'll catch on quick. Anyway. Let me just finish this, and we can have lunch or something. Steve about to be dead. Oh, you can't really learn HD data recovery without having the tools, and the tools are insanely expensive. All right, we're going to finish this board repair, and then I'm going to try and convince Viniera to come back and work here. Sorry, you guys, but if I have to choose between convincing Viniera to come back to Rossman Repair or dealing with you all, I know which one I'm going to choose every single time. It's one of the best employees I've ever had. All right. So we got a different capacitor on there, and now let's see if this thing turns on and gives us a fan spin and all that glorious stuff. And by the way, when I was saying that you need PP3v3 underscore G3 hot to power the CD3215, this is what I'm talking about over here. I'll show you that. So right here, you have a PP3v3 underscore G3 hot. Is going to be going to this chip. This is the USB-C MUX chip. See, it says USB-C port controller. And over here, it says voltage in. Voltage in. PP3v3 underscore G3 hot. Right there. And 20 volts, 1.4 amps. So that's about it for today. We fixed the board. It looked like this one had a basic short on PP3v3 underscore G3 hot, the power required for the CD3215s. That's the USB-C port controller, also known as the USB-C MUX, to turn on so that it can request 20 volts from the charger. It wasn't able to do that because it wasn't getting powered. We injected power. We used the OWI test, where once you go ow, you're in the area of the short. Once you go ow, that's how you know that you're right on top of the component that is shorted. That method works every single time, and it only costs you a little bit of the first layer of skin on your hands, which, I mean, if you're going to the gym and you're getting calluses anyway, you don't really need that first layer of skin. It's kind of useless. It's like a JTAG connector. So that's about it for today, and as always, I hope you learned something. You'll probably see less board repairs from me than usual, because I am no longer staying at work until 1 or 3 in the morning throughout the holiday season to fix boards. I'd actually like to try and enjoy my life a little bit, which means spending a little bit less time at the office. It is actually difficult to get to a point where I don't feel guilty doing that, and I continuously feel guilty for not doing that, but I'm at a point where I honestly just don't care. So I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. And also, before I sign off, before I finally say we're out of here, one thing I wanted to show you, very important, is that we have actually been adding a bunch of stuff to the wiki, and I want to make sure that you see it, because it's this is going to be an excellent resource for all of you. I've actually created a rule at the company, which is every time you do a board repair, every single time, all of those board repairs are going into a database that I then put into the wiki. So I'm adding a lot more stuff to this than what was here in the very beginning. Here we go, troubleshooting guides. I had to put this site is running kind of slow because I had to put all this anti-hack Cloudflare shit and other captchas and crap on it because people kept trying to hack and destroy it. It's kind of like, I don't understand that. It's kind of like when people hack Pornhub. Like, I mean, why would you hack the people that are bringing you free porn? It makes no fucking sense. You could hack a government website. You could hack Mitch McConnell's campaign re-upping website. You could hack Joe Biden. There's so much shit that you could hack. And you could hack the RIA.org, and you choose to hack Pornhub or my wiki, which shows you how to fix stuff for free. But anyway, if you take a look over here, I have added a bunch of stuff to the troubleshooting content. There's a lot of new stuff here. All sorts of stuff. So what you do is you click, you find your year and model, you click on your year and model, and pretty much everything that's inside the head or the brain of my employees is in this guide. The whole concept is to take all of the institutional knowledge that every single person here, including myself, has when it comes to component level board repair and put it into this wiki so that if you want to learn how to do this, or if you just want to fix a board without having to watch 600 or 800 or 900 videos, you can do that. So before, I would say if you watched all my videos, you would have a good start on how to learn board repair. The thing is, a lot of people don't want to watch 620 to 40-minute long videos because that's a lot of effing time. Whereas here, if you know the year and model of your computer and you know it as a board issue, you can get a list of all the very common things. You can get a list of, okay, it's taking this many amps. Here's what my problem likely is. Here's my symptom. Here's my solution. All of that stuff is going to be laid out there. So it's kind of like you get to borrow our brain. And I want to add to this as much as I can. And hopefully other people will be able to add to it in turn. So do keep in mind that that exists. And also we have a coupon code on store.rossmangroup.com. For those of you who are interested in a hot air rework station, we have Attons on sale. So the Atton 862 hot air rework station can be had on sale if you use the coupon code for a limited time only throughout the holiday season of 19PLD73. That's 19PLD73. That stands for 19 Paul Daniels 73, which is the year that our Lord and Creator Paul Daniels of Flex Board View fame was born. So if you use that coupon code at checkout, 19PLD73, you'll be able to buy an Atton, and it will cost you less money throughout the holiday season. That's about it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye now. I'm going to go and try to convince my ex-employee to come back to this company because You have no idea how miserable it is hiring new people. It is horrible. It is awful. Like, once you find people that just do their job and know how to do their job and actually show up and do their job without doing stupid shit, you'll go through damn near any lengths to get them back. So I'm about to get on my hands and knees, start begging with some salary negotiations to, I don't know, maybe if I offer double what she's getting at her current job, I can hopefully get back an employee that does what they're supposed to. We'll see. Wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck. Yeah. See you all in the next video.